Hello and welcome back to English Conversation Journal.
Hi, everyone. We're so excited you're here with us today.
I'm Sarah.
And I'm Mike.
If you enjoy learning English with us, please give this video a like and subscribe to our channel for more natural conversations.
Today, we're going to talk about something delicious. We're talking about food and cooking.
Yes, everyone loves food, right? So let's learn how to talk about it in English. This will be fun.
And probably make us hungry.
Definitely. So, Mike, let me start with an important question. Are you a good cook?
That's a tough question. I would say I'm an okay cook. I can make basic things like pasta, sandwiches, and scrambled eggs. But I'm not a chef or anything fancy.
Hey, that's a good start. Can you tell us about the last thing you cooked?
Oh, last night I made spaghetti with tomato sauce. It was simple but tasty. I added some garlic, onions, and Italian herbs, and I grated some cheese on top. It was delicious.
That sounds good. I love pasta. It's easy to make and always satisfying.
Exactly. What about you, Sarah? Are you a good cook?
I like to think so. I enjoy cooking. It's relaxing for me after a long day at work. I especially love baking. Cakes, cookies, bread. There's something magical about baking.
Ooh, baking. That's impressive. I've tried baking a few times, but it never turns out well. My cakes always sink in the middle or burn on the edges.
Oh no! Baking is tricky because you have to be very precise with measurements. If you add too much or too little of something, it doesn't work.
That's probably my problem. I usually just guess the amounts. I'm more of a throw everything in and hope for the best kind of cook.
That works for some dishes, but not for baking. You need to follow the recipe exactly.
I'll remember that. So, what's your favorite dish to cook?
Oh, that's hard to choose. I think my favorite is making homemade pizza. I make the dough from scratch, let it rise, then add tomato sauce, cheese, and whatever toppings I want. It's so much fun and tastes amazing.
Wow, making pizza dough from scratch? That's dedication. I usually just buy frozen pizza.
Nothing wrong with frozen pizza, but homemade is special. Plus, you can put anything you want on it. My favorite toppings are mushrooms, bell peppers, olives, and lots of cheese.
That sounds delicious. I'm a simple guy. I like pepperoni and cheese. Classic.
Classic is good. Now, let's talk about cooking disasters. Have you ever had a cooking disaster? Something that went really wrong?
Oh, yes. Once, I tried to make fried rice. I put the rice in the pan, but I forgot to cook the rice first. I put raw rice directly in the frying pan with vegetables. It was terrible, crunchy and hard.
Oh no, you have to cook the rice first, then fry it. That's hilarious.
I know that now. It was a learning experience. What about you? Any cooking disasters?
Yes, once I tried to make caramel sauce. I was supposed to heat sugar until it melted and turned golden. But I got distracted by my phone and the sugar burned completely. The whole kitchen was full of smoke and the pot was ruined.
Oh no, that's scary. Burning sugar smells terrible, doesn't it?
Yes, it took days for the smell to go away. Now I never leave the kitchen when I'm cooking something on the stove. Lesson learned.
That's a good rule. Now let's talk about food preferences. What's your favorite type of cuisine? Like Italian, Chinese, Mexican?
Ooh, I love Asian food, especially Thai and Japanese. I love Thai curry. It's spicy and flavorful. And I love sushi. It's fresh and healthy.
Oh, sushi. I love sushi too. My favorite is salmon rolls. What about you?
I like tuna rolls and California rolls. Have you ever tried making sushi at home?
No way. That looks too difficult. I leave sushi to the professionals.
It is challenging, but it's fun to try. What's your favorite cuisine?
I love Mexican food. Tacos, burritos, nachos, everything. I love the combination of flavors, the spices, the cheese, the salsa, the guacamole. So good.
Yes, Mexican food is amazing. And it's usually quite easy to make at home, too.
True. I make tacos often. It's quick and delicious. Just ground beef, taco shells, lettuce, cheese, tomatoes, and sour cream. Perfect.
What about Indian food? What is your favorite Indian food?
Indian food is amazing. I especially enjoy butter chicken with naan. It's rich, comforting, and delicious.
Yum. Now I'm getting hungry. My favorite Indian food is biryani because it is rich in flavor and very satisfying. Let's talk about eating out versus cooking at home. Do you prefer eating at restaurants or cooking at home?
That's a good question. I think I prefer eating out for special meals, like on weekends or celebrations. But during the week, I cook at home because it's cheaper and healthier.
Same here. Restaurants are nice for a treat, but cooking at home is more economical. Plus, you know exactly what ingredients you're using.
Exactly. When you cook at home, you can control the salt, sugar, and oil. Restaurant food is often over-seasoned or too oily.
True, but sometimes I'm too tired to cook, so I order takeout. Do you ever order food delivery?
Oh yes, probably too often. When I'm tired or lazy, I just order pizza or Chinese food. It's so convenient.
I do the same. Technology has made it so easy. You just click a button and food arrives at your door.
It's dangerous for my wallet, though. Now, let's talk about food memories. Do you have any special food memories from childhood?
Oh, yes. My grandmother used to make the best apple pie. Every Sunday, we would go to her house, and she would bake this amazing apple pie with cinnamon. The whole house smelled incredible. Those are such happy memories.
Aw, that's beautiful. Food and memories are so connected, aren't they?
Absolutely. Certain smells or tastes can take you right back to childhood. What about you? Any special food memories?
Yes. My dad used to make pancakes every Saturday morning. We would all sit together at the kitchen table, and he would flip the pancakes in the air. Sometimes he would drop them, and we would all laugh. Those were great times.
That's such a sweet memory. Family meals are so important. Do you still eat pancakes?
Yes, and every time I eat them, I think of my dad and those Saturday mornings. Food is powerful like that.
It really is. Now, let's talk about healthy eating. Do you try to eat healthy?
I try, but I'm not always successful. I know I should eat more vegetables and less junk food. But pizza and burgers are so tempting.
I understand. It's all about balance, right? You can enjoy your favorite foods, but also include healthy options.
Exactly. I try to follow the 80-20 rule. Eat healthy 80% of the time and enjoy treats 20% of the time.
That's a good approach. I do something similar. During the week, I eat mostly vegetables, fruits, whole grains, and lean protein. But on weekends, I allow myself desserts and treats.
That sounds balanced. Do you have any favorite healthy meals?
I love making salads with lots of colorful vegetables. Lettuce, tomatoes, cucumbers, carrots, and avocado. I add some grilled chicken and a light dressing. It's delicious and nutritious.
That does sound good. I should eat more salads. I tend to eat a lot of carbs, bread, pasta, rice. They're my weakness.
Carbs are not bad. Your body needs them for energy. Again, it's about balance and portion control.
You're right. Now, let's talk about vocabulary. What are some useful cooking verbs?
Great idea. Let's see. Chop, slice, dice, cut, peel, grate, mix, stir, whisk, beat, knead, boil, fry, bake, roast, grill, steam, and simmer.
Wow, that's a lot. And they all mean slightly different things. For example, chop means to cut into pieces, but dice means to cut into small cubes.
Exactly. And slice means to cut into thin, flat pieces. The vocabulary is very specific in cooking.
What about cooking equipment? What are the essential tools?
For cooking, you need a knife, cutting board, pots, pans, spatula, wooden spoon, whisk, measuring cups, measuring spoons, and mixing bowls.
And for baking, oven, baking sheet, baking pan, rolling pin, mixer, and oven mitts.
Perfect. Now let's talk about taste vocabulary. How do we describe food?
Good question. We can say food is delicious, tasty, yummy, flavorful, bland, spicy, sweet, sour, bitter, salty, savory, fresh, or stale.
Great! And for texture, crispy, crunchy, soft, smooth, creamy, chewy, tender, tough, or juicy.
Excellent. We can also describe the temperature: hot, warm, cold, or frozen.
And we can describe the portion size: a small portion, a large portion, a generous serving, or a tiny bite.
Let's practice with some example sentences.
Okay. This soup is too salty. Can you pass me some water?
The steak is perfectly cooked, tender and juicy.
I love crispy fried chicken with creamy mashed potatoes.
This curry is very spicy. My mouth is on fire.
Good examples. Now, let's do a quick role play. Let's pretend we're at a restaurant.
Okay, I'll be the server. Good evening. Welcome to our restaurant. Are you ready to order?
Yes, please. Can I have the grilled salmon with steamed vegetables?
Excellent choice. And how would you like your salmon cooked?
Medium, please. Not too raw, not too well done.
Perfect. And would you like anything to drink?
Yes, I'll have a glass of water with lemon, please.
Coming right up. And would you like to see our dessert menu after your meal?
Oh, definitely. I never say no to dessert.
Wonderful. I'll bring your order shortly. Enjoy your meal.
Thank you. See, that was easy. Restaurant vocabulary is very useful.
Absolutely. Now, let's summarize what we've learned today.
We talked about our cooking skills. Some of us are better than others.
We shared our favorite dishes to cook and our cooking disasters. Learning from mistakes is important.
We discussed different cuisines we love: Italian, Mexican, Asian food.
We talked about eating out versus cooking at home and the convenience of food delivery.
We shared beautiful food memories from childhood and how food connects to emotions.
We discussed healthy eating and finding balance between nutritious food and treats.
And we learned lots of vocabulary: cooking verbs, kitchen equipment, taste descriptions, and texture words.
Now it's time for our question of the day.
Today's question is, what is your favorite food or dish, and can you describe how it tastes?
Use descriptive words. For example, my favorite food is pizza. It's delicious and savory, with melted cheese that's creamy and stretchy and a crispy crust.
Or, I love chocolate cake. It's sweet and rich, with a soft, moist texture and smooth chocolate frosting.
Tell us in the comments. We love reading about your favorite foods, and it's great practice for your English writing.
Remember to use taste words: sweet, salty, sour, bitter, spicy, savory.
And texture words: crispy, soft, crunchy, smooth, creamy, juicy.
Before we go, here's a fun tip. Try cooking something new this week. It's a great way to practice English. You can watch cooking videos in English, read recipes in English, and learn new vocabulary.
That's an excellent idea. Cooking is a fun, practical way to practice English.
Thank you so much for joining us today. If you enjoyed this delicious conversation, please like this video and subscribe to our channel.
We have new English conversations every day about topics you can use in real life.
Keep learning, keep practicing, and enjoy your food.
Bon appétit. That means enjoy your meal in French.
See you next time. Take care and happy cooking. Goodbye.
Goodbye.